Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, 23 Flavors of Stitching. My name is Kirsten and today is Flosstube number 17 and it is June 9th. Okay, this is my second time trying to start filming this video. The first time I started at the wrong time. My husband had just finished cooking dinner, so I took a break. I think I only had 5 minutes filmed, so I just decided to restart. Let's see, a little bit of an update real quick, just of what we've been doing, what I've been doing, what we're going to be doing, and then maybe I can save what we're going to be doing until the end. But basically, we were in Idaho over Memorial Day weekend. We had a great time. I sat and stitched. There was one day that I did not stitch a lot because I didn't fall asleep the night before. And so I slept all day. But besides that, I stitched for 2-3 days straight. I got a lot of progress done on my Canada sampler, and I had one start, my last start for Stitchsania, and yeah, that's about it. My dad is here right now. He's in Utah. He has been staying with us since last Thursday, so he's been staying with us for about a week. And he will be on, I think this weekend, he'll be going down to spend the next couple of weeks with my grandparents while my husband and I are in Hawaii. And I think that's it. That's all that's been going on. So let's get into the stitchy stuff. First is my last start from Stitchsania. If you are new and you didn't know what I was doing, or if you haven't ever seen Lindy Stitches on Flosstube, Stitchsania is Lindy Stitch's version of Stitchmania, and you have one project that is your focus piece for the month, and you work on it Monday through Friday. And then if you meet your goal or whatever your rule is, whether you're meeting a goal or just you want to touch it every single day or whatever it is, then you reward yourself with a new start on the weekends. And my new starts were only happening really on Saturdays, because on Sunday I was doing my Stitch Along Sunday, where I would work on the pieces that I am doing stitch alongs. So this is my last start. I will actually get the cover photo first. So this is a pattern from Etsy. It is the brain from NikkiPattern. And I started in this area over here. I am stitching it on 14 count platinum Aida. Goes this way. The needle minder is from Top Knot Stitcher, and I just started in the middle. And I just want to get this done. So I'm a psychology major, I've said it before. I really just want to get this done by the time I graduate in December. I graduate with my bachelor's degree in December, and that's about all I have as a goal for this, is I just want to have it finished by the time I graduate. And now let's move on to the whips, which are works in progress. So the very first one, I kind of want to save my Canada sampler until the end, just because of how proud I am of it. So we will start with this. This is Washington, D.C. Sorry for all the hoop marks. If you've seen me before, you know I don't ever iron, but I usually don't take things out of the hoops. So here is Washington, D.C. This is being stitched on 14 count Oatmeal, and this pattern is by Satsuma Street Designs. I guess I can show you the cover photo. Ignore the purple marks up here. It's my marker that I was marking off with. So this is what it will look like when it's finished. I just finished the National Monument and the trees down here. So all I have left is the Lincoln Memorial and the river down here and the bridge, and then I will be done. I don't know when I'll finish it, but there we are. It's looking so good. Super happy with it. The Washington Monument, I was actually like dreading stitching just because I don't really like big blocks of color. I don't know why. It's just not my favorite. And I just was not looking forward to doing that. And now that it's done, I'm so glad that it's done. Okay. So now I will show you my Easter Flip It by Lizzie Kate. And this is what it will look like when it is done. And I am really close to a finish on this. I just need to finish it and get it done. So all I have is, there's some blue right here, the flower, and the rest of the border, and then I'll be finished. But I absolutely love it. It's super cute. And I worked on this while my sister-in-law, she had surgery last Friday. I think it was Friday. I took this project over while I was babysitting her because she wasn't allowed to be alone for 24 hours, and my mother-in-law had to run some errands. So I took that one to work on while she was out of it. And I got quite a bit done. I mostly did like the first half of the crosses on the basket, and then when I came home, I was just kind of on a roll with it, so I kept going. Next, from the whip pile is Serendipity, which is the charity stitch along that Fat Quarter Shop is doing for Make-A-Wish. And here is the pattern, what it will look like when it's finished. And here is what I have done so far. I am behind, but that's okay. They stitch up pretty quick once you get into a rhythm with it. And I think I am 2 releases behind. I honestly don't remember, but I am behind. I know that much. This is being stitched on 14 count navy. I really like it when I get into a rhythm with it, but most of the time it's not like the first thing that I want to stitch when I think about what I want to stitch for the day. So I have a little bit of a hard time pulling it out. And let's see, next I can show you. This is another stitch along that I work on Sundays. This is the Cozy Café Club by Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. And I am 2 releases behind. I'm still on the first release, Raspberry Mocha. I just think they're cute. I don't know why I have a hard time pulling this out. I don't know. But I am stitching it on 16 count Country French Cafe Mocha. Whoops. And I have 2 drinks that are on this side that I need to stitch. But I work on it when I want to work on it, and I'm not gonna force myself to do it. Let's see. Next is Garden Party by 2x2 Stitch Art on Etsy. I started this as a project for my mom because she deserves it. And I haven't gotten a ton of progress on this since the last time that you saw it, but I have finished this red flower and I started finishing this purple flower right here. And that's what it's looking like. I also have a hard time pulling this one out, but once I get on a roll with it, it's pretty easy to keep it out. But not forcing myself to finish this by any time either. I just, my mom knows I'm working on something for her, but I haven't told her when it's going to be done or anything like that. So it's kind of just like a, you get it when you get it type thing. If I could have it done by her birthday in October, that would be nice. I would like to finish it into a pillow for her, as I've said many times. And next, I have My Sunshine by Stitchrovia. This is what it will look like when it's done. And here's what I have so far. I've been working on it the last couple days, so it's not out of the hoop. Let's see, 2 days ago, I did the first leg of the stitches for the N, and last night I was working on finishing the crosses, and yeah, that's about it. I think I'm gonna work on this tonight. I like this one for when I'm watching shows or something because since it's blocks of color, it's kind of easy to fill in or to just do the first leg of the crosses. And I am stitching this on 16 count Moonglow from Picture This Plus. And I think it's looking really good. And last, but certainly not least, is my Canada sampler. That was my main focus piece for Stitchsania. And all I'm gonna say is there was some progress made. There are some days that I didn't want to work on it, but once I took it as I'm going to stitch one motif at a time, or just finish this one motif today, or anything like that, it was kind of like I just didn't want to put it down. So here is what it will look like when it is finished. And this is designed by Stitchrovia. And here is where I am with it. Ignore the string that is still, the thread that is still on here because I haven't finished a motif completely. But here it is. Ugh, so happy with it. Ugh, I feel like you can't see it that well. Okay. We're gonna do a little bit of a close-up. So there's the very top. There is the far right side of the pattern. And then I'm working my way back over. Oh, I love it. It looks so good and I'm so happy with it. And I think I mentioned in my last video that I told my dad, maybe I didn't. I told my dad what I was working on, and I showed him the pattern just because he was here during May, and so and he stayed with me the whole time, and so I didn't want to feel like I couldn't pull it out when he was around. So I told him what it was. I told him that it was for him, but I did tell him I don't have an end date for it. I don't know when I'm going to finish it. And he is really happy with it. He really likes it, and he really likes going through the motifs and figuring out what they are. And it's not hard for him to figure out what they are, but I love it. The Toronto Maple Leaf logo, that was the last one that I finished. This guy. Ugh, I love it. It's looking so good. And I think that is all for my stitching. I will go through my plans and then I will save my purchases for last. So my plans. I am planning on doing my days of the week. However, that hasn't really been happening since May has ended. It's kind of just been whatever I want to stitch on is what I stitch on. And I think it's going to stay that way for a little bit, except for while we're in Hawaii, because obviously I can't take everything with me. We stay in Maui. We stay in Lahaina on Maui. And I have a Maui cross-stitch piece that I've shown a few times, and I work on it during my Travel Tuesdays sometimes. And I think while we are in Maui, I want to stitch on that as much as possible, and then I think that's going to be the piece that I take to work on, like, if I'm indoors. I don't know how much I will be indoors. And then I, of course, want to take some of my stitch-alongs to stitch on Sundays. And then I may take the brain pattern. I may take something a little extra, but right now, for while we're gone, my plan is Maui and my stitch-along pieces to take with me. And then I also had big plans to start the Dogs of Disney Stitch Along, which is a group on Facebook, and I will have it linked in the description box down below. And actually going along with that, it is a free stitch along. However, I bought the Fabric Flair 18 count Aida that is the paw prints because I thought that would be cute. It was in my plans to do it. I don't know if I'm going to do it. I might wait until it's all finished or it's all released to do it. I honestly have no idea what I'm going to do or if I'm going to stitch it, but I have the fabric to do it. And I also want to do the Little Women Stitch Along, which starts on the 12th. So it starts on Saturday. And I'm missing a couple flosses for that, but I would like to start that. And that is by Sapphire Mountain Handcrafts on Etsy. She doesn't have any more kits because she hasn't been feeling well. And, but you can still sign up for the pattern. And let's see. I think that's it for my plans. So now we will go into what I purchased. Along with the paw print fabric, Flair sent me the Barely Aqua Dyed Effect. I don't know what size it is, but they sent me this one, which is very pretty. This would be really good for a small. And then I also bought a couple of needle minders. I have purchased a couple of the TV show samplers. So I got these to put on the projects because I wanted to. So I got the Central Perk needle minder to go with the Friends sampler. And then I also got Live Every Day Like Pretzel Day from The Office to go on the Office sampler that I got. And then I got a pattern in the mail from Shakespeare's Peddler, which is a shop. And I got Next Door by Heartstring Samplery, and it says, I wish you lived next door. It's like a friend sampler. I can take this out. Not a sampler, like a friend pattern. Or like a best friend pattern. And I can't remember who I saw that was working on this, but someone was, and I wanted it, so I bought it. This was released of January of this year, and on the back, Beth Twist puts the inspiration for the pattern, which I think is really cool. And then Shakespeare's Peddler also sent a little freebie pattern with it. And the freebie pattern is a Blackbird Designs, and it says Blackbird Stitches First Offering. And that's what it looks like. And that is all. That's all, folks. I may or may not have a video while I'm in Hawaii. I am still deciding. I think I am going to take my mic or try out a different lapel mic, and because I have two different ones here, and just see how I'm feeling about it. I will probably take it, but I don't know if I'll film a video or anything. It would probably just be a very short video because I won't have anything that I've purchased or anything like that. Let's see. But I think that's it. So 24 minutes, not bad. I will see you either in 2 weeks or in 3 weeks. If I don't have a video while I'm gone, then I will film something the week that I get back, because we get back on a Sunday morning, so I can film a week later. And that is all. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for visiting with me. Thank you for subscribing and for commenting. I really, really appreciate it. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.